Perfectionism can be paralyzing. These 5 tips will help you overcome perfectionism and really enjoy teaching and all of the journey that comes with it. The first tip is to step back and look at your big goals. Step back and look at the unit in general. And let's say one of the days doesn't go well, whether it's behavior, the activity didn't work out, or my materials didn't come through. Allowing ourselves to be flexible and step back and realize that our ultimate goal will be achieved, and little things here and there really aren't gonna sidetrack us by that much. The second tip is to read the school and or district policy. Oftentimes, being a perfectionist means we're looking at all the possibilities and all the potentials and kind of thinking about all these things that are kind of beyond maybe the basics. And so by reading the policies, you can make sure that you're covering those. And if you're covering the things the school has asked you to cover and the district has asked you to cover, you can relax and realize everything else is kind of extra. As a good teacher, which I'm sure you are of course challenging yourself and making fun activities and engaging students in new fun ways, but you also don't have to keep a lot of stress about that. Just do it as it comes naturally and intuitively, and it works out in your classroom. Make sure at first you're just covering the basics, that you're definitely doing what the policy book has told you to do. My third tip is to take advantage of the learning curve. Teaching is a unique profession in that we can learn so quickly. I remember I had a friend who was a farmer, and he was telling me that he would plant things in the spring and then, hope it came out in the fall. So the learning curve for him as a farmer was like a year. It took a year to learn something. If he planted something wrong and it didn't work out, he changed it the next year. The nice thing about teaching is we don't have to wait a year. We can wait minutes. Even the best teachers use this learning curve from day to day, from morning to afternoon. We always are learning and reflecting on things, especially for using a new activity. One of the ways that I like to be reflective with teaching is to use something called an exit ticket, and I will link a video here where I share some easy ones. And what that does for you is it gives you instant feedback as a teacher and really increases that learning curve for you to move forward and get even better. My fourth tip now. I feel like this is a little cliche, but I'm gonna say it because I have to, okay? Teaching is a journey, not a destination. No matter how long you've taught, you're always going to be learning things because there's going to be new strategies or new students or maybe even a new school. So we're always learning, and there's not this like, oh, I've made it. It's always a constant reflection on where you're at. With that comes a sense of the fact that every day we're going to make mistakes. Every day we're going to fail. It's a strong word, but we're going to make things that we want to change for the next day. When it comes to failure, I think we all view it differently, but there was someone that said something recently that really kind of got me thinking about what failure could be. Sarah Blakely is the owner and founder of a company that's very popular, you've probably heard of. It's called Spanx, and she's very wealthy and very well-to-do, and she shared a story that really helped me see failure in a different way. She shared that when she was a kid, she would go home and her dad would ask her, "What have you failed at today?" And if she didn't have something that she had failed at, he would be a little disappointed because he wanted her every day to try something and fail. And what this reminds me of as a teacher is that every day we're going to have experiences, and hopefully we are learning something every day. Maybe we're trying different things that we haven't tried before, and it may not go perfectly, but we've tried something new, tried something different. The last tip is to realize that progress is more important than perfection. Progress over perfection. Unlike other jobs where you kind of have more control, yes, you set up systems and routines and procedures, but with teaching, there's so many variables and things may not always go as you plan. But the question is, are you moving forward? Are you making progress on what you're expecting? And yes, you are. So I want to encourage you that if you're making progress, if you're watching this video, then you're definitely making progress on yourself. As you continue to educate yourself and make progress, you will gain more and more confidence. And if you need more help making that progress, I have a bunch of videos that I'll link here that will help you with setting up your first day of class and expectations and all the things you need to create a successful classroom. I'm Annie, and I believe you've got this.